Good morning. Good morning. It's a beautiful morning, and we're so excited to have all of you all here. Thank you to the child care providers, to the parents, to all the advocates that help us organize this. I'm Cassandra Welchland, and I am with the Mississippi Low Income Child Care Initiative. We are very excited about this day. The Mississippi Child Care Coalition came together, and that coalition is made up of the Child Care Initiative, the Gulf Coast Child Care Directors Network, the Forum, Delta License Providers, the Child Care Directors Network. We got some Hattiesburg providers here, some parents that's a part of that. So we are excited about this day and what's about to happen after today, because we know today isn't the end, right? This is just the beginning. Absolutely, absolutely. Now, one of the things that we came together around is one thing that we know, and I heard somebody say this, and they may say it again, is that, and I've been telling you all this, money and power would trump unorganized people. But organized people would trump money and power any day. Organized people would trump money and power any day. And today we're here to say to those that make policies on our behalf without our input, we're saying, not today, and enough is enough. We cannot continue to make policies and misprioritize funding when that's supposed to go to serving our families, our low-income families, and our children. This child care certificate program is important. It is important because research has shown it is the #1 work support that really helps transition parents from welfare to work. And these are parents who are students, and these are parents who are working parents and students. And this program supports them. And so we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that this program is not jeopardized with harmful policies. Not today. Not tomorrow either. The Low Income Child Care Initiative, one of the things that we're saying about this, we came together because we're opposing the finger scanning. And some say stop calling it finger scanning, call it fingerprinting. We are opposing this because we think it is misplaced funding priorities. Not only that, we think it could be serving more children instead of buying biometrics machines. Sure, they say they're supposed to save so many millions of dollars over the next 5 years. But today, we're saying we need that money this year, right now. So our coalition members are going to be coming up and they're going to be sharing. But this is really going to impact our parents. So we have some parents that's going to come up and speak to us today. We have Kimberly Kitchen, who's from Gulfport, from Three Rivers Daycare Center. And then we have Raquel Lee from Jackson, Mississippi. And then we have a grandparent, Brenda Scott, that's going to come and share. And you all have 3 minutes. So where is Kimberly Kitchen?
Good morning, how are you? I'm the grandmother of Sophia, 10-month-old. Her mother is 17 and we live on the coast. My husband passed away a few years ago, so it's only my children and I, as I have no family with me. However, I'm beyond blessed with friends. Laura Bush said it takes a village to raise a child. Well, Sophia has a village most of you can't begin to imagine. For those on the board that have decided to limit to only 4 by fingerprint, please honestly answer this. How many of you have friends who will get up, rain or shine, on their day off and go to your home early in the morning with a smile on their face, pick up that child that they are not related to, and bring them to daycare without fail? Yes, this is the depth of the love given to Sophia. However, someone who lives in a perfect world with a complete intact family must be deciding the fate of others. These are young single mothers as well as foster children. Please remove your rose-colored glasses and realize the undue burden you're creating. DHS took over with the understanding an additional 1,000 plus children would be added to the district program. Instead, Xerox is being handed over $25 million for 5 years. Good job on the deception. Even though there is payment, we must still pay nearly $200 a month. Why would someone use hard-earned money and not utilize the daycare program they're paying for? You as a board are causing a financial hardship on me as a grandparent. The ones who help the most work to provide for their own families. Why limit me on those who can get Sophia should she get sick during the day and the rest of us are at work? And correct me, but I understand that due to my daughter being under the age of 18, she cannot check her own child out of daycare. You have signed an unfair and injustice sentence to young parents trying to complete their education. Is my child to drop out of school and become dependent on the system because you choose to limit her village to only 4? This is a true but sad and real ending. This needs to be resolved and more thought put into it. Daily sign-in and sign-out sheets are used at our daycare. If you are worried about fraud, try starting with the food stamp program.
Okay, Raquel, if you could come on up, and then Brenda and Scott will be next.
Good morning. My name is Raquel Lee, and I have a 3-year-old, Mark Wells, and an 11-month-old, Malia Wells, who participate in this program. My primary concern is, where will my information go? Would it be protected or used for other services? I don't want to be discriminated against standing at a machine versus paying parents standing in line. Why pay $13 million for a system when it can be used to help other parents with child care who fall in the 85%? Yes, I do think they should try to protect fraud, but I think there is a better way. This would be very inconvenient for me because the persons designated to pick up my kids may not want to participate in this program. My center director told me that if my child was to miss 15 days out of a year, including holidays, that I would be responsible for paying. I mean, anything could happen. If this was the case, I would be paying now. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Brenda Scott, and there's no title I wear any prouder than that of being a grandmother. And I stand here proudly on behalf of Carrie's Learning Center, where my granddaughter graduated prior to preschool and now is in Carrie's Learning Center in after school. First of all, as a grandparent, I stand here proud in opposition of another attempt at private sector's intrusion in government as a money-making scheme. We are all aware of the profits to be made in poverty. I believe that the fingerprinting identification requirement is another way of diverting money that could be best used to provide more child care for the many kids living on the waiting list across this state. What is the real motive behind this requirement? What is the real cost to my darling child care center, Carrie's Learning Center? What is the attempt for going looking for a problem that doesn't exist? What are the roadblocks that will exist if a parent has to have someone to pick up their child because they are required to work overtime and a letter of authorization and a phone call is not enough? This is another attempt to balance a budget on a budget of someone on the backs of the children. I stand here to say, not on the back of my granddaughter and not on the backs of the other grandparents' grandchildren. Finally, I would like to say, why move licensure to the health department, to the Department of Human Services, from a board to a direct wish of someone or some group without becoming personal? I'll let that stand on that. So I suggest to you, call your elected officials. Since they won't have town hall meetings, you all call a town hall meeting. educate them before they get to Jackson of January of 2013. Let them know your wishes, and in the end, I'd like to say, check the voting records. Let that voting record stand for them. If they don't stand for you, don't you continue to stand for them. Have a blessed day.
I'm Debbie Ellis, Delta License Providers, and I represent the low-income children and the parents that participate in my preschool programs in Greenwood, Mississippi, as well as other Delta providers. I want to thank you for standing here today in opposition to biometrics and Xerox contracts. I have an announcement for you. As a result of this rally and your planned participation, the Xerox deadline for submitting contracts has been extended and postponed. But we're not through. I believe that this program is discriminatory and will foster segregation. I believe this program is designed to pay and track attendance by the hour and minute. Child care providers receiving partial payment for full-day care and full-day slots cannot provide the services that need to be provided to prepare these young children for school. This program is supposed to empower low-income parents and their children. It is not designed to empower academia and board members who are making these policies. As Cassandra has said, this is just the beginning. And if you have not been privileged to read the Delta License Provider blog, please make sure we have your email address so that we can keep you informed. Please read and stay informed. They're counting on us to be out of sync, without knowledge. If that were not so, this fingerprint scan machine would not have been such a secret. We're going to need your presence again on October 26th when we go to hold a public hearing for child care regulations amendments, and then again on October 31st with the Mississippi Board of Health. We are catching it from all sides, but we are united, and I look forward to working with all of you.
My name is Shirley Hampton, and I am co-owner of Jamboree Child Development Center, and I am here as one of the pilot organizations that that's already using the biometric system, the fingerprint system. Now, I'm going to say this. I had a friend once who preached what they did not tell me about church folks. I'm going to say what they did not tell us about biometric, because that's the biggest mess we have ever encountered. Take it from someone who is there. We are no longer running an education program. It's taking all of our time to keep up with our children so that we can make sure they did a finger, did it take, did it not take. Are you going to have to do it tomorrow, in the morning? Then by the time you finish that, it's time to catch the people in the evening. It is so much stuff that we don't know, and it's so much money that we are losing. Now, we're still working on the payment that we received on the 31st, trying to recapture what we were not paid. Okay? It's almost time for another payment, and we're not even ready. So what I am saying, biometric needs to die. It needs to die. So that we can get back to educating our it came out, No Child Left Behind. Well, they have been left behind every day. Monies that we have not been able to get into our child care program by increased certificates, increased rates. Every time we have a meeting, there is no money. If we increase rates, you're going to lose children. Okay, D-Rock is not losing any money, and it don't have no children. Okay? So let us continue to fight. Children, once again, ban the scam. 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 Ban the scam.
When I have centers who are in the pilot program who ask me for support, who is paying for my time? Why should I do it free? Xerox receives $12 million. I receive nothing. Thank you.
I hope I applaud you for me. I wasn't planning to speak, but they asked me to say something.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
My wife and I own 2 centers in Hattiesburg. We also offer the Pineville Child Care Directors Network in Hattiesburg. Everybody's been saying what's wrong with this, and I think we all agree that it should have never been adopted the way it was. I have a lot of problems with the policy, the way they went through it. They give no child care center or provider was even asked for any input on this thing. I'm concerned about it. It doesn't bother me in my center that much, because we only have 4 people enrolled in the Mississippi program. I'm worried about the centers that's got 20, 25, 30, 40% of their enrollment, and they have no choice. They've got to go along with it or go out of business. And I was recently told that 3 to 4 centers a week in Mississippi is going out of business. And if this comes about, there's going to be more than that. We've got to put a stop to it some way. And it's going to all of us to get together and do this. I know that we come to these meetings and half a dozen people show up. Folks, these people are regulating us out of business. And we've got to take a stand and get somewhere down the line, or we're not going to have a business. So, like I say, I wasn't prepared to speak, but I want to say one other thing while I'm on this that indirectly affects this. Last year, in this legislature back here, they tried to move licensure from health department to DHS. Folks, if you think this is something, wait till they get it if they do it again. The bill's already been wrote. It's going to be submitted in January. DHS gets licensure, folks, we're in a world of hurt. And we've got to mobilize and fight that. And getting together is the only way to do it. So if you get emails, if you get mails from us, for God's sakes, answer it and call us back. Thank you.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I'm Dolores Sewell. I'm the president of the Child Care Directors Network. I serve on the Health Department Advisory Council. So we get quite a bit of information up front. But I want you to first of all think about how you would feel if you came into a center and you had to get in one line and your friend had to get in another line, and your friends, come get in front of me. You said, no, I can't. Why? I have to scan. Now look at the children here. Can you tell who is on certificate? No. If this is done, our private rights for as who's on certificate will be invaded. Every parent may be looked down upon as somebody looking for a handout. Sometimes we're just looking for a hand. How many of you been on welfare? I have. How many been on food stamp? I have. But it got me where I am today. And I want you to know we're educators. We have degrees. So when you hear the stories that we're babysitting, we have people that leave our centers because we're not going to let them babysit. But again, I want to thank everybody for coming, and I want you to think, what if it was me? How would I feel if I had to get my fingerprint done? I can't pick up my children. The teacher can't pick up my children. My granddaddy went to pick up my children, and because he did not pay child support 50 years ago, they pick him up. I don't believe in deadbeat dads. I just believe in a choice of how we do things, but don't use me as a baby. So I thank you again for coming, and I love everybody that came, and we
march around one time with the kids, and then we'll be able to, you all can go home or get the kids back on the bus to go to lunch. And then the child care providers that's going to be here all day, we're going to have a prep session for the hearing in room 204. So if you all can help get the kids down on the sidewalk, and we're going to walk around. Yolanda's going to lead us, and maybe Debbie is going to lead us in a couple of chants. That would be great. And then one of the things we're asking, make sure the kids stay on the sidewalk and not get in the streets. So we need everybody's help on this.
Everybody, all the center providers, gather your children and
We're marching for our land.
We're marching for our moms.
We're marching for our moms.
We're marching for our dads.
We're marching for our dads.
We're marching for our schools.
We're marching for our schools.
We're marching for our grandparents.
We're marching for our grandparents.
We're marching for our rights.
We're marching for our rights.
We're marching for our moms.
We're marching for our moms. Hey, baby girl. We're marching for our dads. We're marching for our grandparents.
We're marching down the stand.
Walk on up, walk on up.
We're marching to band the stage. We're marching for our moms.
Band the skate! Ban the scam. 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 Ban the scam.
Okay, can I get you all to stop this way with the Capitol behind you? And you can say it too.
Right there with their teacher. Go.
Say it to the camera right here.
Say ban the